What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about the first Veronica Speedwell Mystery, A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. So this book was recommended to me by my friend Amy Wishman, and I am so glad that she turned me onto this series because I was immediately attached to the main character, Veronica Speedwell. Let me just set the scene for you. So these books take place in the 1880s, and Veronica Speedwell is a woman of science. She is a butterfly researcher. She is a lover of natural history. And in the opening scene of this book, she's attending a funeral for one of her aunts, not actually related to her, but one of the women who helped raise her, and just is the last surviving member of anybody that Veronica thinks is her family, because she was found as an orphan when she was a very young child. But when she's at this funeral, she's not crying, and she wishes that she could cry, but she can't, but all she can think of is that this soil would have been better used for a garden. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm in love with you. Can you be a real character, or can I just be you? I want to have your life. I was sucked in immediately. These characters are just so freaking charming, and as the story gets going and the more of them that we get to meet, you really see this awesome sense of humor and this really fun quirkiness like really come into play. And I absolutely love the dynamic between the two main characters, that being Veronica and who we meet later, Stoker, because obviously there's a lot of unresolved sexual tension, which is great, but they're both like people of science, and they both have like this kind of like Sherlock and Watson type of dynamic, but it goes a little bit deeper, and just seeing them become closer, coming from like being complete strangers to being people who are willing to die for each other, being willing to sacrifice themselves for each other, being willing to run away together to keep the other one safe. Like, I really enjoyed that. There's not too much romance between them in this book, but like, you know that it's going to be building to something, which I am always definitely here for. So A Curious Beginning is focusing on just that, a curious beginning. Veronica, after both of her aunts die and now she's left alone, is immediately thrust into this crazy adventure where all of these people are after her. Her life is in danger because there's this huge, dangerous secret surrounding who she actually is. For her entire life, she's been led to believe that she was just found as an orphan, she was abandoned, blah, 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 blah. That is not true, and there are so many people who will do literally anything to get their hands on her, and it is up to Veronica to figure out what this is so that not only can she remain safe, but also when people kind of get close to her, to make sure that nothing happens to them as well. And my main gripe with this book, and the reason I'm giving it an A-, is because it is a little bit slow. It takes a long time before we really learn anything at all, before the ball like really starts to get moving, because we are thrust right into the action, but there isn't any dramatic irony, which I actually do like. Like, we don't know anything that Veronica doesn't know, and I do enjoy that in a mystery because it's more fun as a reader because you get to kind of figure things out as the main character figures things out. But because of that, and it takes forever before Veronica starts figuring out anything, it takes a while before I really got super invested in the book. So I loved Veronica and I loved the characters, but as far as the story went, until maybe about halfway through, I was still dragging my feet just a little bit. But once Veronica started to learn things, and once we started to learn things, I became very invested in it, and I was really excited to see where we were going all the way up towards the end of this book. And the way that this book leads off, I think this series is going to be a really charming collection of mysteries and just charming collection of misadventures from Veronica's life, and I'm really excited to see where that's going to go. So, like I said, I am giving this book an A-. I really do recommend checking it out. It's a lot of fun. I haven't had this much fun reading a mystery in a very long time, so I am super excited to see where the series is going to go next. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything got for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!